Welcome to Ask the Pastor with me, Steve Magno. On this channel, we discuss the scriptures like Bereans. We ask questions and we seek answers to better understand our God and the world that He has given us. Our greatest ideal is to glorify God, edify the saints, and pique the interest of truth seekers in the gospel of our Lord Jesus Christ and His eternal kingdom on earth. We feature live streams and recorded teachings, including our Sunday services and Bible studies at the Well Church here in St. Louis, Missouri. Do not forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you can receive the latest broadcast from us. And I pray that you will be blessed. And please do get back with us and give us as much feedback as you can so that we can improve and make our channel as good as it can be. Thank you so much. Well, a very, very happy Monday to you. Welcome to the Monday News Roundup from Ask the Pastor Bible 3D, the Church at the Well in St. Louis, Missouri, and the eschatology conferences that we have been holding here in St. Louis and in Montana too. I hope that you're doing well. I hope that you had a great weekend and a happy new month to you. Welcome to the discussion. This is going to be a very short session in the Maguire-esque fashion because only news. I'm not going to be doing any teachings on here today. At least I don't intend to. I hope nobody asks me to do a teaching. I'm just going to be speaking about conferences, past and present and near future. As you may well know, and if you don't, now you will know, in 2026, we had an awesome, amazing conference that was held here in St. Louis, Missouri. It was really on the other side of the river in Columbia, Illinois, in a facility called the Todd Hall Retreat Center. That was from July the 8th through the 11th. That conference was aptly named the Eschatology of the Prophets, what you just see behind me. And it was epic. It was awesome. And of course, that's what we think. For those of you who are able to attend or even to watch online, you can give us your feedback and tell us if we are maybe overestimating how good it was. But anyway, I've heard from many people and I know it was awesome. Now, the sessions for the conference that just ended, right, this past month here in St. Louis are to be found in two places. You can find the sessions, all the videos, all the PowerPoints. You can find them in two places. Number one, you can find them on our church website, and our church website is www.thewellchurchstl.com. www.thewellchurchstl.com. If you go to our church website and you click on the three dots on the side there, depending on whether you're watching us on computer or on the phone, you'll be able to see that we have a place where we speak about the conferences. This is where you will find all the sessions and their PowerPoints, and you can actually download the PowerPoints right here. Like you can see here, that's the PowerPoint for what Tim Martin presented at the conference, the faith at the field of Anathoth. You have Abraham, the new creation and the end of the millennium by Don Preston. We have a resurrection and the future of marriage by William Bell. All flesh in the law, prophets and resurrection by Tim Martin. The end according to Moses and the prophets by Steve Magua. The constituent elements of the law and prophets by Jack Scott. We had what changed after 70 AD by William Bell. Reconciliation, remarriage and resurrection by Don Preston. And finally, the divine marriage as teleology and philosophy of history. Now, Brother Michael Miano did not have PowerPoints, but if you go back on this website to the menu, you go to Ask the Pastor, and Ask the Pastor on our website leads you to our YouTube channel. And on the YouTube channel, if you actually click on the YouTube channel itself, you can go to the playlist. Let me go ahead and just show you how that looks like. So if you click on the website itself, on our YouTube channel. You click on the YouTube channel itself, you view the channel, and you can look for the sessions right here under playlists. So if you look at the playlist, you will see we have a number of playlists, the music that we use on Sunday, the post-conference analysis that I've been doing. Then you have the sessions themselves, the eschatology of the prophets conference. So you can find that on our YouTube channel. Okay, so that's where you find that. Now, other than that, you can go to beyondcreationscience.com, which is Tim Martin's website. And at beyondcreationscience.com, there's a whole lot more information on other things, Genesis issues, different studies, even the presentations from the previous year, 2025, and so on and so forth. The 2026 Gateway Conference is right there. So you will find the information about our just concluded conference at our church website, www.thewellchurchstl.com and www.beyondcreationscience.com. Right? So those are the two places to find both the conference material for 2026 and the presentations themselves, the PowerPoints, the Google Slides, and so on and so forth. Now, if you want information on the 2025 conference in Montana, the 2024 conference in St. Louis, and the 2023 conference in St. Louis, they are all on beyondcreationscience.com, and we will be updating this material onto our new church website here at The Well. Okay, so now I have some very, very good news to announce. We have really been blessed. It's been growing. It's been doing wonderful. And I hope that you can agree with me. And so therefore, we are intending to go ahead and hold another eschatology conference next year, 2027. And we are going to hold it in the same place, the Todd Hall Retreat Center, because it was just epic. It was just so wonderful. Everything about it was glorious. And everybody enjoyed it, so we are going back there. This is going to be in the first week of August. We still have not confirmed the dates with the facility, so we will do that. But right now, the tentative date is the first weekend of August in 2027. We are going back to the Todd Hall Retreat Center. And this time, it's not going to be the eschatology of the prophets. We continue marching forward. If you have been following us, you will know that in the first year, we did a general conference on eschatology and covenant creation. Then the second year, when we came back to St. Louis, we did a conference that was based on the eschatology of the book of Revelation together with concepts of covenant creation. And then in the third year, we went all the way to Montana and we had the eschatology of Genesis, in which we presented what Genesis teaches about eschatology. So you see, we moved from Revelation back to Genesis, and still every conference we always present aspects of covenant creation, because we believe that covenant creation is integral to fulfilled eschatology. Now, in 2026, we now went back to the middle of the Bible. So we went from 2024 being at the end of the Bible in Revelation to 2025 being at the beginning of the Bible in Revelation. We came to the middle of the Bible and we looked at the eschatology of the prophets this past July. Next year, we are going to be looking at the eschatology of the Psalms. We are going to be looking at the eschatology of the Psalms. And I know it is going to be wonderful. It is going to be epic. We already have some speakers who have already said yes. I'm not going to announce them today because we want to make the official announcement at the right time. But we already have some speakers who have already been approached and they have said yes. And it's going to be some of the greatest teachers in covenant eschatology that will be coming back. Let me just put that in there. Some of them will be coming back to St. Louis again. August 2027. Please look out for the official announcements that are coming up later on this month. We are going to put it up on the websites. We are going to have the banners and the logos up for it. And then we will announce the speakers and we will announce how people can register for the upcoming Eschatology of the Psalms Conference 2027 that is going to be held in the gateway city of St. Louis once again. And of course, I will be so very honored to be the host once again here in St. Louis, just like I have done over the past 3 times, apart from 2025 when Tim Martin hosted us in Montana. Now, so that's our plan for next year for the eschatology conferences. Now, but before we get to next year, there are other conferences that are happening in other places. Some of them we are a part of. Some of them we recognize and we recommend that people look into in their planning for the upcoming months and the upcoming year. So the first one that I want to highlight is one that I am going to be integrally involved in this month, starting from the 14th day of August through the 16th. It's a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. The Arkansas Bunker. The Bunker Conference is going to be held, or it's not called the Bunker Conference now these days because it's more than 14 people. So anyway, the Arkansas or the Arkansas, I don't know how you pronounce this word. I'll have to ask the guys when I get there. The Arkansas or the Arkansas Eschatology Conference, sponsored by Hope Fulfilled Ministries. That is Brother Zach Davis and Brother Travis Drum. It is going to be held in Jonesboro, Arkansas. You can register right now, today, for only $135 for those 2 nights and 3 days. You can get your tickets at Eventbrite. If you just go to the internet and you just type in Arkansas Eschatology Conference, you will get a link to this conference. I think they have over 9 teachers that are going to be teaching there. We have Pastor David Curtis from the Berean Bible Church in Virginia. We have Robert Cruikshank Jr. We have this guy here, Steve Magua, Travis Drum, Mike Sullivan, Don Preston, Zach Davis, Alex Poliak, and Christine Bingamon. I believe it is 9 or 10. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 speakers. 9 speakers are going to be speaking at the Arkansas Eschatology Conference. I am very honored that I was invited. I will be speaking on the topic of the promise of the glorified body fulfilled. The promise of the glorified body fulfilled is going to be my topic. I hope to see you there. Now, there is another conference that's coming up. I believe it's within this year. I don't have the details. I think it's called the Kingdom Conference. I believe it's in Kentucky or Tennessee. When and if I find that information, I will just post it on my YouTube channel. It's within the eschatology circles, fulfilled eschatology circles. And I believe that they also have one going on with the Church of Christ folks, people like Holger Neubauer. I think Holger Neubauer is hosting a conference in Lakeshore, Michigan. If I find the information for that, I will also post it on my YouTube, just so that those who want to attend it can do that. Now, I also saw an announcement from Gary DeMar. Some of you know Gary DeMar. Gary DeMar is a partial preterist. I have to say that Gary DeMar was very, very influential in convincing me to move from futurism to preterism. And so therefore, even though Gary DeMar has not yet committed to full preterism, still I recommend people to listen to him. I recommend people to watch his stuff, even though we have some significant differences. But Gary DeMar has announced, and let me see if I can put it up here on the screen. Gary DeMar has announced that they are going to have a conference. Let me see if I can give you the information here. It says American Vision, which is Gary DeMar's ministry. American Vision is putting on a prophecy conference in Franklin, Tennessee from June 10th to the 11th in 2027. It gives that information, and it's going to be at the factory at Franklin, that is in Tennessee. So you can follow Gary DeMar. You can look out. We don't know the details. We don't know who the speakers are going to be. We don't know what the theme is going to be, but that's a prophecy conference for next year for those especially in the Midwest. Then before that, actually, as it is always every year, information has not yet been provided. Also, the Berean Bible Church, they always have an annual conference in the spring. So we have the spring 2027 Bible conference That is yet to be decided, the exact dates, the speakers, and all that. I was able to attend the Berean Bible Conference Church, the Berean Bible Church Conference last year in 2025, and I was very blessed. And so that is also a conference to look out to. So next year, we already know of at least how many? At least 3. So we have the Berean Bible Conference that's going to be in the spring, that is around April. And then in June, Gary DeMar is going, and American Vision are going to be holding a conference in Tennessee. And then in August, we are going to have the eschatology of the prophets, of the Psalms. Sorry, the prophets is already done. The eschatology of the Psalms conference that is going to be held here in St. Louis. See, I'm still getting used to the eschatology of the Psalms because I've been so used to the eschatology of the prophets conference. So that's the Monday roundup for what's upcoming in terms of conferences that I am aware of. I have mentioned some on the side, which I don't have great details for. I'm sure the owners of those conferences or the movers of those conferences will be able to tell us what's going on. Now, of course, for some other news that's going on in the covenant eschatology and covenant creation world, we have some challenges that are going on for debates. We have the debate that has been proposed. We don't have the details yet of what is going to happen, but Mike Sullivan and I believe David Green, Tim Martin, and Jeff Vaughn, they are still working out the details. There was already a proposed debate between Tim Martin and Mike Sullivan. We don't know if that's going to happen or not. Some interesting things have transpired there. We are just watching from the sidelines to see what happens. Of course, if that happens, we will know sometime later on this fall. So we are looking forward. We are looking forward to see what happens. All right. Now I see my I see my friend Rosemary saying Steve Magua of the Psalms. There the Psalms. You know, the Psalms just before the Psalms come before the Proverbs. The Psalms. I know what you're doing there. I know what you're doing there, Rosemary. I'm gonna get you. Well, you know, Rosemary loves my accent. She thinks it's just the greatest accent ever. In fact, sometimes she thinks that even Jesus probably had my accent. But anyway, the Psalms. I don't know if that's how you say it. The Psalms is, you know, Psalm 23, Psalm chapter 2. In fact, I can tell you this. Let me just say this without mentioning names. One of the speakers has already said, I'm dealing with Psalm chapter 2. And he's a very seasoned speaker for next year. Another speaker already said Psalm 110 is mine. In fact, I want to do 2 presentations out of Psalm 110, which is the most quoted psalm throughout the New Testament. Another one said, I want to present something on Psalm 104. I believe we have, I remember somebody else. Well, right now, I think those are the only ones that I can positively report are going to be taught on. And of course, the Psalms are very rich in eschatology. The Psalms actually point to not only the first coming of Christ, but the second coming of Christ and the outcome of the second coming, the new heavens and the new earth. So it will be amazing. It will be wonderful. Now, we don't have any plans at the moment, but since we started talking about it during this past conference, especially Plasmodium, Vivax, and I, and a couple other people, and some people in Africa, we are planning. We don't know the dates yet, we don't know the details yet, but we are planning to go to Africa together. And of course, because I'm from Kenya, that would have to be on top of the menu. But also, I heard that Cindy Coates and some brethren are going down to South Africa later on this year for a conference. I think it's in Durban or Johannesburg. I don't have the details for that yet, but I can tell you that we are tentatively hoping that very soon we are going to do some conferences out of Africa or in Africa, outside of the United States of America. So be on the lookout. When we have the details, when we have things planned out, we will inform you when that take takes place. So anyway, but what you can plan on right now is in 2 weeks' time, let's meet in Arkansas for the Arkansas Eschatology Conference. That's the Arkansas Eschatology Conference. Jonesboro, Arkansas, hosted by Zach Davis and Travis Drum. Their ministry is Hope Fulfilled Ministries. And of course, like we said, 9 speakers: David Curtis, Robert Cruikshank, Steve Magua, I don't know about that guy, Travis Drum, Mike Sullivan, Don Preston, Zach Davis, Alex Poliak, and Christine Bingaman. So then next year, we talked about Gary DeMar is going to be hosting a conference in Tennessee, the Factory at Franklin, and the Berean Bible Conference. They haven't announced the dates yet, but it's usually between April and May. That's in Virginia. And then, of course, we will have our Eschatology of the Psalms conference here in St. Louis, the same venue where we were. That's what our plan is. Of course, we have to go there and write a contract with them and all that, and we will see how that goes. So that's our news for what we are doing. Now, of course, I want to continue to encourage you all. Please always log into our Sunday services. We do stream our Sunday services every Sunday. And so you can always do that through our Facebook channel, my Facebook channel, Steve Magua, or our YouTube channel, Ask the Pastor Bible 3D. Every Sunday, we stream the whole service in 2 sessions, the worship part and the teaching part. And of course, during the week, Monday through Saturday, I cannot really give you a schedule because I'm always teaching somewhere, whether on Facebook, on YouTube, or on TikTok. Please follow me, subscribe wherever you can, and if you are in a position to, please support us. Please support our ministry financially. It helps us to stay afloat. Now, let me just read some of these comments that are here. I will ignore Rosemary because she's just trying to mess with me. Just as Pastor Justus Iningu says, I will come in 2027. So Justus Iningu is actually saying he will be here. He lives in Kenya. That's where he ministers. So that's a big undertaking, Pastor Justus. I hope that the doors open for you. We would love to have you here in St. Louis in 2027. Shizna says, it's good to be here. And Shizna, we are hoping that you're going to be able to make it this next year. Hopefully. Let's tentatively believe on it that we will be there together at the Eschatology of the Psalms. Rosemary, Psalms. I don't know what to do, man. What am I going to do about this beautiful accent? And then Justus Iningu, who is in Kenya, says Kenya should be on top of the list because I am waiting. We have quite a number of people waiting. We have Pastor Kev, we have Pastor Peter Ngash, we have Bishop Luke, and many others. We have some people in Western Kenya. So we are hoping to really put together a very, very robust program in Kenya and in Africa. Of course, South Africa has been ahead of the game. There are many, many ministers there, like my friends, Pastor Robin, Pastor Given Gobozi, Pastor Nkululeko Mkize, Vilakazi. So I have many people down there, Sister Mkube. So South Africa has been waiting, but we will try and see what we can do together. Now, so Plasmodium Vivax, you are welcome to watch this very short video, less than 10 minutes, less than 10 Steve Magua minutes, right? If I do this in under 30 minutes, it's very short. It's not even enough for me to introduce myself. And indeed, I am done. I don't have any other information to give you. You need more information about us, about our ministry, about the conferences that are past, about the conferences that are coming. You can go to 2 places. Number 1, www.thewellchurchstl. www.thewellchurchstl.com. I might have a banner here just because I know some people are always looking for that information. Right now, there is no registration going on because we don't have any information on that. Let me see if I have Maybe my people have something up here. If they do, I'll put it up. Yes, I have it at the very bottom of your screen. At the bottom of your screen. In fact, what I'm going to do here, just so that you are able to see it, let me change the color of the bottom of the screen. Right there. If you look at the bottom of the screen, that's our church website, thewellchurchstl.com. Don't put the events because right now we don't have events in the event page. But you can also go to www.beyondcreationscience.com, which is hosted by our partner, Tim Martin. There you will find not only the information about all the conferences we've held together since 2023, all the presentation slides, but much more. In fact, you can download this book free of charge, more than 500 pages. BeyondCreationScience.com, written by Tim P. Martin and Jeff Vaughn. You can download this book for free. It's a very rare book. It's a very consequential book. I hope you can get it. So anyway, any questions? I'm done. I'm done. Now, Alexa says, if you are taking suggestions, Texas would be nice. That's a very good suggestion. We do have a forward vision, not an immediate vision, but a forward vision that in the years to come, we will hold either meetings or conferences or such kind of things in different cities. But for right now, we want to first of all establish a base here in St. Louis, a consistency, so that people can always know that is dependable. You can always depend on that. It will always be there, and it will have high quality, significant speakers. Not a waste of time. So we want to do that first before we begin to branch out to other cities. Last year we went to Montana. It was quite an undertaking. And so we decided that we want to be holding more consistently in St. Louis because it's such a meeting point. It's such a convenient point for people, east, west, north, south. It's right in the middle of the country. So we will continue to do that. But on the other hand, I have been speaking to some people, and my plan personally, apart from the conferences, is to begin visiting cities and to begin visiting communities and congregations. So for that one, we don't have to wait until 2027. We don't have to wait until there's a big conference. For that one, if anybody in any city within the United States is willing to, at the very least, accommodate me for a day or two, and even possible, say, can we finance your coming, whether you're driving or if you're close by or if you're flying, just make it worthwhile. I will come. I will spend a whole weekend. I will come with a crew of people. We will do teachings for a whole day, seminars and so on and so forth. My goal and my personal desire is to plant fulfilled community churches. Because right now, many people in the fulfilled community are being ostracized. They are being cast out of local fellowships. We recognize the necessity of local fellowships, but it's very hard to attend a local fellowship where you're not welcome, where you are being treated like a pariah. And so, in church history, the solution for that has always been to establish churches that are teaching what we are teaching and that will allow people who have the same type of beliefs that we have to actually get together and worship the Father, worship the Son, worship the Holy Spirit, and learn and fellowship with others. So that's my plan, and I hope to be able to accomplish that. So guys, thank you very much. Finally, just as Iningo says, you're welcome, but I've also been planning to come. Keep praying for me. Well, guys, thank you very much. After this, please find me on TikTok. I'm going to go teach on TikTok. I will put out a notice here on Facebook, not on YouTube, but if you're on Facebook, you will see my notice come through. If you come, we will spend a couple hours together on TikTok preaching the message of fulfillment. Let's finish this before it's 30 minutes. God bless you. See you the next time round.